Hi and welcome back to Wedex TV.
You say you want my love.
Welcome back to the Wedex Book Club. I hope you took up last week's challenge and you read all the love languages and the chapter on finding your own love language, and I hope you found your love language. Like, please share below. Please share what you thought your love language is, and if you went that step further, what your spouse's love language is also. Mine was easy to find my spouse's because once I began reading it, I was like, yep, this is his love language. Like, this is his love language. I was very sure. Well, I'll share with you what mine was. Mine is a quality time, and I just had to kind of really sit back and really think about it, because at first I was kind of like, okay, so I'll just go through the five languages. Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch. So I kind of knew it wasn't receiving gifts. Like, I love gifts and I think it makes me feel wonderful, great and awesome, and my husband is always buying me stuff, but you know, it's just kind of like not my primary love language. And words of affirmation, I realized this is a really bad one, but that wasn't my love language, because yeah, this is bad. I kind of like don't believe it. When people say it, my first reaction is to say, are you being serious? And I think that is such a bad thought to have about yourself. Like, I think it's such a bad thing to do. But I just kind of realized, like, yeah, I don't know how to take a compliment. Like, I actually just don't know how to take a compliment, and I just don't think that is right. Like, no, I don't know how to take a compliment. Yeah. So yeah, it's bad, and I just kind of wonder what caused that. But yeah, like, I really don't know how to take compliments, and I do get a lot of compliments, and I'm just like either thinking, are you being serious? Are you being sarcastic? You know, you just you know, like, it's like you just feel uncomfortable. Like, what is that all about? Like, what is that all about? So people, don't be like me. If people are complimenting you, receive it and hold on to it. And I'm learning how to do that because I think it's important. But that definitely wasn't my love language. But I realized it was quality time. Like, I had to think about it and really sit back and just think, okay, really, like, what is it that I'm kind of complaining about? And I noticed it's always quality time. Like, me and my husband, we work a lot. So I'll be doing, he's doing his work, I'm doing my work, and sometimes we can be in the house, but because we're doing different things, we are not together, if that makes sense. So it's, even though we're together, we're not together, if that makes sense. And I just kind of find that's what I'm yearning for. Like, I'm yearning more for that, like that quality time. Not, yes, okay, I was home early today and we sat and we watched TV, you know, like, that doesn't do good for me. Like, no, I want that quality, like that convo, like, you listen to me, I listen to you, we hear each other out. And I'm not even a talker, that's the funniest thing, but I just realized that that's what I like. I would like us to do things together. I'd like us to, you know, go away and yeah, so I have to give him the book to read and I will be giving him my chapter with the great tips that, and I love this about the book, because it has great tips at the end of each one, which I definitely need to do my spouse's one, to do my husband's one. But yeah, I just realized it's quality time, and I just think that's really important for him to understand as well. So yep, if you know your love language and you are married, give him, if you don't want to read the whole book, just give him the chapter. As in, if you have to photocopy it and just say, look, I feel this is going to really be a great investment in our relationship. This is me, this is what I like, and here's tips. Like, come on, like, open the book, guys. There's tips. Here's some tips on how to execute. So like, yeah, that's what I've decided I'm going to do for my husband. I'm going to give him my one and say, lovely husband, these are mine, some tips, so we can speak the same language. And in terms of my husband's one, it is words of affirmation. As in, I can see he brightens up. I know he responds well to it. And the worst thing is, like, that's a foreign language to me. Like, not because I don't know how to do it, it's actually just a foreign thing to me. Like, I think I said it in one of my previous videos, I am good at pointing out bad things. Like, I'm good at pointing out the bad things. Bad habit, bad habit. But I am just good at pointing out bad things. So if he gets on my nerves, I'm more likely to say, you're getting on my nerves, than whether he's doing something nice. And I'm like, oh, what you did was really nice. Like, I'm more likely to tell him you're getting on my nerves. And I just don't think it's right. I just don't think it's right. And I think that is amazing how God has given me a husband that is going to make me learn a language that I don't speak, because I know, like, even just when I say little things, I can see like he brightens up. And because we do like a lot of business together, I'm quite involved in business, so I know he listens to me even when I'm doing it out of my he does like take my advice on board. And yeah, thank God he does. But as I said, I don't want the one day his tank is empty and I'm like trying to work out how I'm gonna do this. So I'm taking on board the tips, and I hope you guys will too. Look at what your spouse's one is and take on. If it's like not foreign to you, you're gonna be happier. You're gonna be able to get on with it and keep it moving and be like, yeah, I got this. And I give you, make this your challenge. Like, if it's foreign to you, man, you're gonna be like me. But we have to make it a challenge, guys. We have to make this a challenge to execute the love language as it says for 30 days. Like, for 30 days, you don't wait for your husband's love tank or your wife's love tank to be empty before you decide to do this. I think we got to keep it overflowing, guys. Overflowing. Like, let's be happy all the time. Let people say, oh, you're just married, you're still in honeymoon stage, even though you've been married for 10 years. Like, let's be doing this, guys. It's better we start. The earlier we practice, the better. So I've got my notes from a words of affirmation from husband, and I'm like, boy, as in, this is going to be a real challenge for me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, this is going to be a real challenge for me. It's going to be a challenge, and I'm just so happy he put tips in here, because yeah, like, get it from books and stuff like that. Like, I actually have to go and find words of affirmation, and I know I'm probably making myself sound like such a bad person, and I really am not. I really am not. Like, I'm not negative and just like, oh, I hate you or whatever. No, but I just really do know that that doesn't come naturally to me. Oh man, it really doesn't. And I now know I'm going to have to practice. I'm really going to have to practice. And yeah, I'm actually excited for my 30-day challenge. And I will hopefully give you all an update of how that goes. So you could all be encouraged, and I would love to hear your experiences as well, even if it's just the way maybe they reacted. And I think this is definitely one for those that the language they believe is their spouse's is foreign. Like, no, that doesn't come naturally. Take the tips on board and begin to try and enforce it for 30 days, because I believe after 30 days it will just become habit. And I've said this before, I do not want to be that negative person, so that's even more motivation for me to say, you know what, I do not want to be that negative person when it comes to things. I want to keep my husband's love tank full, and you know what, I want to keep my children's love tank full, and I just want to keep everybody's love tank full. Well, you know, I top it up a bit wherever, but my husband's, no, it must be full. Like, he must be gleaming when he leaves this house, you know. So yeah, I'm excited. So if you haven't, make sure you got your book. Get on board the 30-day challenge, trying to execute your husband's love language. If you haven't already, I'm going to leave a link, because he does have somewhere where you can find out where the love language is, what your love language is, if you are struggling. And I'd love to hear from you if you're struggling to find out what yours is, because I know I had to like really think about it. Like, I had to think, what is mine, what is mine, what is mine, what is mine. So I don't think it's always going to be easy to identify. And as I'm even saying what I think my husband's one is, I could actually be very wrong, but I do believe I know that's his one. But how are we going to learn, guys? Like, everybody share your experience. Let's see if Mr. Chapman knows what he's talking about. Let's see if he knows what he's talking about, guys. So please share your experience, and let me know what your love language is. Leave it down below. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you click like, make sure you subscribe so you can be kept up to date with all the latest. We try and read a book a month, and It's all about love, relationships, and marriage. Like, we want to invest in our relationship, whether you're single, whether you're married, or whether you're engaged. Like, investment in your relationship is key if you want it to be long lasting, loving, and awesome. Like, awesome. Like, that's our thing. We want to see awesome, happily ever after, not just your wedding day, happily ever after. And it does take work, and it does take prep. So I hope you're all enjoying this journey, and you are learning along the way. So thanks once again for watching. See you next week.
Don't say I don't pray for someone where